But that's the reason I don't want to go too far to the far right. Watch your head on my side. This shine is a little bit higher now simply because, or closer to us because of the water table. Watch your head right here and up here. There is nothing in there at this point. Now, in the wintertime, you could possibly see a bat in there hibernating. But right now, there's nothing in there.
Look at that.
No, it sounds like.
And all that is, again, is the prop comes out of the water. So we set the engines a little bit higher than you normally set an engine, so we don't bump rocks on the bottom of the cave. This area down through here is going to be the deepest part of the cave. We're going to be about 100 feet in soil above us. And as I said, the deeper you go in a cave like this, the safer it truly is. That's where we're going down to the last room down there. We usually have a rock exposed here that kind of tells us our water level, but you can see it's underwater right now. That's the chain just dragging on the rocks. You can see right there the rock where that stuff was caught. That's because the water table being up at that level. There's another piece down here that's pretty, really good to get out of. This is what we call our heart of the cave. If you look at it, it looks like a heart. The stalactite is the top, and the flowstone is the bottom. And we'll have things like a proposal or something. We had a proposal happen there this year. The gentleman proposed to his girlfriend on Valentine's Day. And she said no. So when we see the bats in here in the wintertime, this is the area we often see them. So I'm just going to light up the top of the cave, not because there's bats there, because there are not, but you can at least see the cave rock. And like I say, we're about 100 feet below the surface right now. You can see all the recessed area back here. This is the cave is forming. Now the next thing you're going to see is a line of stalactites broken off. And they broke off back in the 70s during a hurricane with a once-in-a-lifetime flooding event. There you go. How's that for scaring the crap out? Nothing like seeing it from the backside as it goes by it. You have no idea. I actually felt it go by my head. That's why I showed. See how they're broken off? That's how they broke off during that hurricane. Now next to it you see stuff that looks like mud. That is magnesium. It is very flammable. So when they had torches down here with no power, they'd use a torch. And if the torch got low, they'd break a piece of that off to keep it going. Right here you can see that opening goes all the way back out near the place where we unfortunately will not be going. Now we talked about the water level. You want to see how high it was? You see this stuff right here? That's vegetation from the bottom of the lake that got stuck there because the water was above that. So take that. We couldn't even have done tours at this point because you've been bumping your heads on the rock. Well, that bat would have definitely noticed that, right? So right here, this is all smoke stand. It just may be over 100 years old. And that's because of using a torch whenever the smoke just doesn't dissipate in this part of the cave. It's dead right now. I've been told it might eventually start to grow again, but it has not. Yeah, that's about the closest one I've had. It's pretty good. As much as I know they won't do anything, it's still making a
Yeah.
So up here on my side, this is some more flowstone, and we call this canopy. And it grows from the side to drip, just like flowstone, like we talked about. And it grows over top of mud, and then the mud gets washed away and it leaves this behind. It supports itself, it will support you if you're on top of it, and it is actually still growing. You can see water dripping right here. When it's raining, this is like a little bitty waterfall right here. But all of this stuff up through here is called canopy. Maybe this one looks a little like a dinosaur with its head, body, and tail. Back on the other side, this will eventually become ribbon, which is much, much larger, but at this level, it's thin. We call this cave bacon. Looks a lot like bacon. If I have my flashlight up there, you can see right through it. There's some more right here. Doesn't quite have the fat content of bacon, but it's just the water coming through the cracks right here, forming. And what would be if we're in the water, we don't always talk about sharks. Here's our shark fin. And maybe next to it you see shark's teeth at dinner time. But if you remember, the red at the beginning was iron oxide coming out of the rock. Now normally I would be right up here with this 2x4 and pull this in place. I'm actually just going to be right in the middle because I don't have to worry about the boat coming back. This is the last room of the cave. Initially the cave ended here. That opening you can see right there where my light is moving was man-made. But before that, right over in this general area is a sump. And a sump is an underwater cave within a cave. That's where the water initially exited the cave. It would go out there before Penn eventually. Then go to Susquehanna and then go to Chesapeake Bay. Eventually in 1927, the Campbell brothers wrote a cave through that open right there in front of us, pretty much. They did it in S formation, so the mouth was right and the back left. In doing that, it allowed it to never cave in on itself. Well, at least it has now from 1927 to 2021 so far. Within 3 years, they finished that, they dammed off the water, and then they created hydroelectricity to power the cave and the surrounding buildings, all by about 1930. When they did that, they sanded so on the bottom of the cave, closed in this sump, and the sump is no longer in use. And when they finished outside, the spillway, 15 miles from the spillway is where Penn Street forms. And all the water was sitting on actually eventually ended up in the Chesapeake Bay. You can see here where, when the cave was still forming, there was a whirlpool in this room.
Yeah.
Now the cave in the back you saw earlier came in this opening right here. So that's our cave. Now this room has all of the formations we've seen up to this point, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and light them up. Before I do that, make sure Alright, I'm going to turn that light out real quick. So, let's go with the next one. I'll turn this one off. And I'll put blue up here.
Oh, wow.
I just want to make sure the current doesn't swirl me all around a little bit before I do this.
It's lighter than the room.
And I'll turn that blue off. Green.
That's also lighter than the room. Yeah, that was definitely.
Now let's see, what is your favorite color? Yes, you. Alright, what about yours? What's yours? Blue. So we got your blue, right? Let's see, let's do it again. So there's your blue, right? And pink, right? Okay, it's gonna be tough. Let me see if I can do it.
And it has a little purples and blue and pinks and a red so it can make purple. See, it makes purple.
And let's see if I can finish it out.
Whoa! That was pretty.
You can even see some orange in the shade of blue on it.
Oh, wow.
That's Christmas colors. Whoa.
Now this room is a pretty big room. It makes sense it is because the water would have swirled around in here when the cave was still formed. So I've turned it on. I'll show you how big it is again. We got a light up in here out, one of our white lights. And that unfortunately does impact one thing that I used to show. Right up in here where my light is. Not how to use the other light, but that's it. Right up in that area right there. There's a little piece of white calcite that kind of resembles an angel, but you can't see as well because you don't have white light. You kind of see an angel's head and then wings at the bottom of the dress. You'll see a little water here.
I just turned the light wasn't so
But without our white light, you just can't see it as well. Now I'll show you right here. This big stalagmite is still making that resemble Santa Claus in the off season. He has a put a wing on him. And you look at the one above, the stalactite above, they're within a couple feet of each other. These stalactites and stalagmites, the flowstone, which basically they are the speleothems, they grow at the rate of a sheet of paper a year, or 1 inch every 300 to 500 years. So that's why I said whoever's been here before, it's the same cave. It doesn't change much. So that means those two formations are still several thousand years before they touch. Once they touch, now instead of the water dripping, like you see right here, the water now runs down the outside of it so they can ride over this. I'll show you, we have started doing more tours of schools lately. We didn't do that in 2020. We got a little more this year. You ever want to know what something looks like? You just ask the kids, believe me. So we're here one day and the young kid goes, cool, alien. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, the alien pods from the movie Alien. If you remember that, I'm 53, so that's what I'm thinking. So he meant Groot's face from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Which I have no idea how to say. So that's what we get in here all the time. So are there any questions?
The whirlpool ceiling here.
Yes.
Do you find that many of the caverns?
The reason I'm sitting still right now is that chain on top. So that's the only reason. But there are other days, we had the hurricane a couple weeks ago. This is all, this area here was all exposed. The water was all, right area that water line is mud here. And so what we would do is take the boats and just sink them into the mud once in place where we did the tour. The last tour, the water had lessened so much. See that right here? Believe it or not, it's so much lower.
That was a nice tour.
Yeah. The nice thing about the boat is you get them in and you get them out. But I think we spent more time than if we would just be walking. The tree ate the pole. Enjoy it now.